All right, yeah. So, like we said, the Robotaxi was revealed. I got more details on it, but this is like images of the interior, exterior, the little stock photos they had for us interior, and then this is Elon doing like the product run of it, driving around because why? What else is a better indicator of how valuable this product is the founder putting his life at the hands of it. So while we just let this video play his background thoughts, it's time for you to unleash or let us know what's your thoughts on it. What do you have? We could do this is the cyber Robotaxi first. Oh, see, yeah, that's not the. I think this is where the confusion comes from. Now that I'm looking at this post, there's like so many names it's referred to by. Like some people calling it the Cybercab, some people calling it the Robotaxi. So before you even comment, which one are we gonna call this? The Robotaxi or the Cybercab?
I think Robotaxi and Cybercab are I think they're synonymous. I think this is better than the big one. I think this is better than the van. It is ugly. I'm with Mike on that. I think it looks like from the back, it looks like a dog that just got kicked in the ass. This is a better idea, in my opinion, though.
Cyber RC car. That's what Dan. Wow, that is violating. And
I think this is more. I don't know if I enjoy the van so much. What I think with the van could be cool is it could be like a party van, like a Fetty. I don't know if y'all have Fetties up there.
Yeah, you can just keep on talking. I'm just letting this play because this is a showcase of how it drives and all that.
I think this is a much more realistic option. I mean, this is very similar to all the self-driving Ubers and Lyfts that we already have in the big cities. To me, there's just Tesla branded. I think this is fine. It's been proven to work so far.
The no steering wheel, do you think that's because I think they're just trying to really lean into like, no, this is going to take no human input. Our cars are fully autonomous and you have to trust that. Is that a thing you're in support of? Or like, do you want to actually have like a steering wheel because no matter what, you want to have some dictation in your vehicle?
I think no steering wheel is fine. I think the autonomous Ubers that we see already, they do have a steering wheel, but like the odds that you can get yourself from the back seat into the driver's seat to take over, I don't even know what happens if you try to take over one of those cars.
Yeah, right? It just like locks or something.
Yeah.
Now let's compare it to Waymo. Do you have like so far in this autonomous ride sharing industry, this budding one, this nascent one, a favorite so far? Do you have like a favorite look, a favorite approach, a favorite initiative, or do you think it's still too early to say, even for yourself, you like any company more than the other?
I think it's really early right now. I think it's really early right now. I think the Waymo one looks dumb with all the cameras and all that shit on top of it.
Yeah.
But it is
ironic too. That's a Jaguar too. They found a way to make like a Jaguar look less appealing. And I think you're right because of all those like buttons and
I mean that big ass
to it or like,
that big ass hat and all the cameras and stuff. I mean it's still a Jag and it's very much a Jag interior. I've seen videos from the inside of some of these things and I mean it's a very nice SUV obviously. I think once they roll out the Teslas would look better, like just simply because they just don't have all the shit on top of them. I think that looks like a Google Maps photo car. The Waymo one.
Nah, you ain't lying. I see it.
Like,
I see it.
So there's that aspect of it. I think the Tesla ones are going to be more attractive. I'm with Mike though. I don't particularly like this one specifically. I mean, it does look like the SUV version of the Cybertruck. I don't know. I think I'm liking the Tesla ones a little bit more though.
All right.
There's another big company though, right? It's
Cruise. That's another one I feel like I've heard about.
I think you're right.
Yeah. That's Chase's thoughts versus Robotaxi and Jag. So this is the other vehicle, Robovan. I have some inclinations. Your thoughts on this are going to be not as positive as or maybe I'm tweaking. Maybe you did say. What's your thoughts on the Robovan, 20-seated vehicle? You're gonna see all these residents hop out of it. Got any thoughts on it?
It's fugly.
Very
First
good.
of all,
That's what, all right. Fill us in. What's the thought process behind that? So adjective.
It's really ugly. I don't see the use case for this. Right.
Hey, chatters, let us know. Tell Chase what you think the use case for this is, because he needs to know. I want to hear, what do you guys think this Robocab, Robovan will be used for? Continue. Maybe they can help you.
Like I said,
because I can't tell you either myself.
It could be like a party bus, right? We have party buses. They're called Fetties in my college town.
Futuristic party bus. Makes sense.
That could be cool. I could also see like events, like if you're traveling a bunch of people to a location for work or for something like that, and they need to get around, that could be cool. I don't necessarily know about just getting on it with 20 strangers, like a bus, like a bus system, and it having like a route around the city, and it goes around the city and does these drop offs and pickups at specific stops. I don't know though. I feel like that's what everyone said about Uber and Lyft when it first.
Continue. I was just trying to showcase the interior, so you can.
The interior is nice.
Is that enough space, right? For the fact that, would you prefer to see more space?
I think that's probably fair. I mean, it's got to fit within a lane, right? So it can't be super wide. What is that? 1, 3, 5, 6, and then 4 is 10, and then 4. So that's got 14 seats in it, or no?
He said 20, but yeah, that didn't look like 20 seats on my first look. Yeah, that looked about like 14.
Yeah, that's 14 seats.
So maybe he's saying people standing in there too.
Oh, you could stand?
I don't know, because I'm with you. That definitely only 14 right there that we just counted. Unless we're not seeing a seat. Maybe it's just going to be a more futuristic looking substitute of like Sprinter vans. That's what the chat seems to think. Airport shuttles, trolleys. You know what like those Mercedes-Benz Sprinters are?
Yeah.
Would you choose this over that? Or do you still like the Sprinter look over this? Because that's another use case I could think of.
I would choose this over the Sprinter probably, but just because it's novel, right?
Word for it.
I think he's right to a degree, though.
But that's our comparison of our thoughts on the Robocab. And so after that, I just wanted to see like the overall thoughts of the decided outlook of this. Probably is not only relevant to the Robocab and Robovan, but even the Cybertruck, of the entire aesthetic. Dan beat me to it. Dan beat me to the punch. There's a movie called I, Robot. I watched it yet myself. But people have been saying pretty much a lot of the aesthetic choices from the movie can almost be seen in the rollout of these products. So do you think one that might have been like a purposeful thing, and maybe Elon was inspired by like movies like this, or is it more the fact like the future itself has always been proposed a little bit, and not only this movie but just being a chrome future? I remember like always seeing like chrome futures in the sense of describing what the future would look like. So do you think it's just more leaning into that rather than just leaning into what may be projected in this movie? Because it is kind of like strikingly similar, all the product choices, and even the Robocab. That's like, I get maybe these two cars, like the humanoid and the car being similar, but the entire bus also having this. I'm like, okay, maybe that is where the inspiration lies. What you think?
I think every part of our day to day is taken from somewhere in the past. I mean, if you think like all the way back to the Jetsons, right? That was a very like chrome and shiny, ultra realistic future, with the flying cars and all of that shit. And so yeah, I think you can look at these pictures. There's almost certainly no way that no inspiration, even if it is subliminal or subconscious. There's almost no way that it's not. I think this is just the direction that everyone has kind of imagined the future is going to go.
Yeah.
And so that we're just kind of working towards that. And as the technology advances, further from this specifically, but at least right now, I mean.
All right. So transition. These vehicles weren't the only standout thing, but it was also a time for Tesla to promote its autonomous robot Optimus. And here is a video of it making a drink. So my thoughts for you, Chase. Is there any future you see for yourself allowing a robot to serve you a drink when you're at the bar, restaurant? Or are you just not trusting it, man? Like, we barely trust our human bartenders now. Is it just an impossibility for you to just trust the robot to do it? Or do you think it's potentially even safer? What's your thoughts on robot bartenders, robot servers? Like, you need someone to make that drink, shake it up, stir it for you with a human touch, or you don't need that emotional part of it?
I think this is cool. The only concern with this, because I am a bartender. I've served alcohol for the last 4 years, right? I've been a bartender. There's a human element, and there's a responsibility the bartenders have to know what's going on and watch with with the people in the bar, with your customers. I mean, there's been plenty of times that me as a bartender, I'm bartending, and I've noticed a guy getting a little too close to a girl, and he's getting fed up with it, or somebody getting too drunk, or so. I think there's too much that can go wrong in a bar for there not to be that human aspect of it. Mm-hmm. This is a novel idea, and I think it could work in some specific use cases, but just like this guy in your college bar, there's no way.